Devani.
I got it.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Frazier Field for Commonwealth Conference Baseball. We're a little bit late. We had a few technical difficulties, but we're up and running now. What you missed in the top of the first was Neshoba got 3 hits and a walk and scored 4 runs. And they lead it 4-0 over Tech. Jared Moore grounded out second and first. Jordani Diaz doubled to left field, and that's where we are. Runner at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Slicing it foul is Evan Foyne. On the inside corner for strike 3 and had a little bit of a break to it. Byron Garcia, the right fielder, is the hitter. Tech looking for their first win. Neshoba looking for their second. They played 5 games already. This is Neshoba's first year in the Commonwealth Conference. And they played a couple of games against Commonwealth Conference teams, but they weren't in the league. And now they are. Swing and a miss. Bill Maloney is the head guy for Neshoba. Rich Germano for Lynn Tech. The runner takes off for third. He's in easily. Got a good pitch to run on. So Diaz is 90 feet away from getting Tech on the board. Hit in the air behind first base, drifting into foul territory. Diving try by Fitzgerald at first base. And Garcia gets a life. You get the swing again. Bill Maloney, the coach of the show, told me he played way back in the 80s. He played here against the Sailors when they played here. He played for one of the Red Sox affiliates. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. Tech will leave a runner at second base with the 1 hit. We played an inning here at Frazier Field. Neshoba leading Lynn Tech 4-0. As we start the second inning, number 9, 1 and 2 for Neshoba. Osgood, the left fielder, leads off against Kenny Moore. We mentioned Tech looking for their first win. Waves at that pitch that was up and away. Finally got a decent day for baseball. The wind is still blowing, but the temperature is a lot higher. You don't really have to bundle up as much as you've been bundling up the last few days. I was wearing a couple of sweatshirts, a heavy jacket, and gloves. So hopefully this is a change for the better. It's still overcast. We're supposed to get rain later in the day. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, 1 to end the first, 1 to start the second. third strikeout for Kenny Moore. Swanson started the 4-run uprising. He got a base hit, stole second, and scored on Frazier's RBI single. Solid shot. Nice stop. Very nice play. Giordano with a terrific play. All he could do is take one step to his right, backhanded it, made the good long throw. That's a terrific defensive play. That was a solid shot by Swanson. That was going to be extra bases. Instead, it turns out to the second out of the inning. So that's an ESPN highlight clip. Bedard struck out swinging his one trip, and he swings to that pitch. Hit straight up in the air. They overrun it. It turns out to be a base hit. Jared Moore, the first baseman, came running in. He took his eye off it to see if the pitcher was going. Moore was going to try and make a play, and then he overran it, and it bounced about 3 feet behind him. So it's a line drive in the box score. A base hit for Bedard. He'll take it. And that extends the inning for Frazier. This is D. Frazier. I don't have first names, but I got initials because there's two of them. Frazier is the pitcher as he swings through the pitch. He got a base hit, helped himself, knocking in a run, and he scored one of the 4 in the first inning that Neshoba got. High pitch. They got a good pitch to run on, and he steals second base. So you have another runner in scoring position. That one high and tight, and he stepped away and chopped at it. And got a break because it went foul on the first baseline. Almost like chopping wood there, trying to hit that pitch. Oh, 2 the count. Pitcher against pitcher here. Swing and a miss. He chased a high pitch. Oh, Kenny Moore gives up a hit, but he gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. They leave a runner at second base. Struck out 4 in the 2 innings he's worked. And Tech has to go to work to try and get back in the game. It'll be Kenny Moore, the pitcher. Dominic Giordano, the third baseman, who made that very nice play. And Chris Tahar, the second baseman. And he'll be facing Frazier on the mound for Neshoba as we'll start the second inning. All of this baseball, softball leading up to Memorial Day weekend, where we'll have the Holland tournament down at Breed. John Holland Memorial Tournament. And then here at Frazier will have the Clancy Tournament on that Memorial Day weekend. I'm still wondering where the football season went, and we're well into baseball and softball season. Never mind, basketball and hockey are already gone. Tech made the tournament last year. They did it under the Sullivan rule, winning 50% of their games against division-like competition. They didn't qualify under the 50% rule, but they did qualify that the rule they have, they call it the Sullivan rule. If you play in a league where there are teams in higher divisions than you, you only have to a state tournament. You only have to count the games that you play against like division teams. An example of that would be Winthrop, Marblehead, Swampscott in the Northeastern Conference playing against English Classical, Peabody, Beverly. So Kenny Moore, the pitcher, will try to get something going for Tech. They had a base runner get as far as third base, but Frazier, the pitcher, struck out 2 to get out of it. Just chops it. Nice play by the shortstop. They throw him out. Just got it by the mound. A little touch. It kind of died. But the shortstop had died, made a good strong throw, and they throw Moore out. Another ground ball to short. This time, Giordano beats it out. A little quicker to first base. Chris Tejada, the second baseman, is the hitter. So again, Tech has a base runner with 1 out. Long pause. Almost looked like Giordano was going to go. He almost took another step. He just dove back on the throw over. Frazier took a long time with the stretch. They throw over again. So the runner took off. He's going to continue to third. Bobbled in the outfield. So they had the runner going. Tejada hit it behind him into right field for a base hit. Giordano on the move, goes all the way to third, so it's first and third for the Tigers. For Ben Tartarini. The left fielder, is the hitter. I would assume we'll see Tejada go to second base. They take off. They actually threw it down. They threw it down. They threw it wide of second base, and the double steal works. Normally, you don't see them throw it down. So Tech gets on the board. Giordano, the back end of the double steal. The throw went way wide of second base, almost in the center field. So Tejada winds up at second as Tech gets on the board. Swing and a miss. Up and away for a ball. So Tech eats into that 4-run deficit, getting their first run. High again for a ball. Nathan Whitcomb, the center fielder, is on deck. They didn't throw to second, but they had Tejada thinking they were going to. He dove head first back to the bag. in for a strike, and the count goes full, 3-2. Popped up, that's going to go out of play. Almost took out a couple of players in the Tech dugout. Frazier paying a lot of attention to the base runners in this inning. Threw over a couple of times the first, faked a couple of times the second. Now he steps off the rubber. And that's going to be ball 4. So with a 4-1 lead, you might want to pay more attention to the hitter. Nathan Whitcomb, part of the Whitcomb family. Bryce is the other one. We mentioned Rich Germano, the head guy, ably assisted by Benji Jones. Hit up the middle. Safe at first base. Another great try by the shortstop. He had to go way behind the second base bag on the run. Couldn't get a lot on the throw. Whitcomb beats it for an infield hit. And Tech has the bases loaded. For Jared Moore, who grounded out second to first, his one trip. Hit the second again. They get 1, they don't get 2, and that's important because it would have ended the inning. So Moore goes to second base again. He gets an RBI. Jordani Diaz double to left field. Made it as far as third base, stealing third, but got stranded there when Frazier struck out the last 2 hitters of the inning. They faked the throw down to second base now. So we get the tying runs in scoring position for Tech. Popped up. Frazier, the pitcher, will make the play. So they leave 2 on, but they get 2. They eat into that deficit to cut it in half. We played 2 innings here at Frazier Field in this Commonwealth Conference battle. Neshoba, with that first 4-run inning in the first inning, leads Tech 4-2. Four, 5, and 6. For Neshoba as we start the 3rd inning. Kenny Moore will start his 3rd inning of work. Tech climbed back in a little bit. They were down 4-0. They got 2, so they cut it in half. Garcia's been up once. He bounced to the first baseman. Swings through the first pitch. High for a ball. Solid shot to left field, over the left fielder's head. A stand-up double for the catcher, Gauthier. Fitzgerald struck out, but when the ball went to the backstop, he reached first and he wound up scoring a run. So there was a walk and a strikeout that reached, along with the 3 hits. Swing and a miss that helped that 4-run inning. Slices it the other way. Drops inside the foul line for a base hit. Back-to-back doubles for Neshoba. So they get one of the 2 that Tech got back. And they still have a runner at second base with nobody out. Archer, the third baseman, singled in a run and scored a run in that first inning. Swings through the pitch, chased the high pitch outside, swung right through it. Started to pull the trigger again, that high outside pitch, and just held up. Swing and a miss. 1-2. High and tight. Evens the count at 2. Swing and a miss. Five strikeouts for Moore. Burke, the second baseman, singled in 2. Knocked in the last 2 runs in that first inning. In for a strike. Chop to the mound. Moore will tag the runner. So one of those, you don't see it very often, unassisted pitcher. Fitzgerald moves over to third on the play. And this is the right fielder, Jay Frazier. He struck out swinging. Takes it high for a ball. Popped up, that's going to go out of play down into that grassy knoll behind first base. The sun threatened to come out quite a bit. It was out for a while in the morning. Now the clouds, a little patch, a little spot of blue sky right over center field. And coming in a little bit over right, left center, kind of reminding us what it looks like. High and away for a ball, 2-1. Popped up to the second baseman. So they get back-to-back doubles, score a run, but they leave the other runner at third. So Neshoba stretches that lead. They had it to 4, Tech cut it to 2, and it's now 3 as they get the run with the back-to-back doubles. Moore's got 5 strikeouts in 3 innings. Tech will have 3, 4, and 5 in the bottom of the third inning. Evan Fuen, Byron Garcia, and Kenny Moore to face Fraser, who will be starting his third inning of work. Tail end of vacation week. Students are all extremely happy, bouncing around, knowing they're going back to school. It's been devastating for them to be away from school for a week. And they're having parties over the weekend to celebrate going back. And for those of you out there watching this, May 19th is a big night at Classical High School in the auditorium. Channel 15 will have their annual All-Star Party. And going to be even bigger this year because we've added softball and baseball and lacrosse, tennis and golf. So there's going to be a lot of young Lynn athletes honored that night. Tasso Nikolakopoulos of John's Roast Beef and Kevin Harrington of Harrington Trophies have been sponsoring it since year one. Lined in the center field for a base hit. So Tech has a leadoff hitter on for the first time. And a tip of the hat, we changed it this year to a Sunday night because, especially having baseball, softball, and lacrosse, in the past, some of the kids couldn't make it because they were playing sports, other sports, on the Thursday night that we usually had it. So we try to get it for a Sunday night, which is tough because the schools are usually closed and we don't have the money to pay for the gym and the custodians. So we weren't sure we would be able to do it on a Sunday night. But thanks to Mayor Tom McGee, and thanks in great part to Robin in Tom McGee's office, we were able to get Classical on a Sunday night. Pop back, foul, and out of play. So everybody is welcome. Anybody can come. Family, relatives, friends, parishioners, high school fans. Call third strike. Not a lot of emphasis by the plate umpire. We had to make sure with Garcia walking back to the dugout. Kenny Moore grounded out, shot to first. They just nipped him at first base. And that was big because they scored 2 runs after that. Hit in the air. Center fielder coming on. He almost overran it. He had to reach back and catch it over his head. Swanson, the center fielder, almost misplayed that. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen the base runner try to steal second base. The coach for the Neshoba is coming out, checking. I don't know if he's checking the batting order. They're calling Benji Johns, the scorer, out. I don't see anything wrong with the way they hit. Obviously, the Neshoba coach has something different than Benji Johns has in his scorebook. They traded lineups before the game. Somebody may have copied it down different, but I don't see anything wrong with the way they hit this inning. It appears as though it's okay. They settled that. We'll get back to baseball. Dominic Giordano got a base hit and scored the first run. He also made a terrific play at third base. Chases that high pitch and hits it up in the air to left field. Long run for the left fielder. He doesn't get there. It's going to drop for a base hit. Faoun, and I got to find out how to pronounce his name because I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to get it right. I'm saying Faoun, but I don't know if that's right or not. Frazier, again, stepping off. Chris Tejada got a base hit and scored the second run that Tech got. Off the catcher's glove and going to score. The pass ball will bring Evan Faoun. Giordano was going. He would have had second base stolen, but he gets it on the pass ball. So Tech knocks it back to a 2-run lead again. They got a runner at second with 2 outs. Chop foul at home plate. Swing and a miss. Catcher drops it, but he tags him. Now they didn't tag him, and he's safe at first base. Catcher saying he tagged him. Home plate umpire saying, no, you didn't. So the error on the catcher is going to allow Tejada to reach. It's a strikeout and an error. Extends the inning, first and third, for Ben Tazzarini, who drew a walk as one trip. He struck out the ball, went to the ground. The catcher chased him, trying to tag him. Plate umpire said he didn't tag him. And he threw it way up over the first baseman's head, drew him off the bag for the error. And now Tech again has the tying runs in scoring position with 2 outs. Same as it was in the second inning. Blocked nicely by the catcher, Gauthier. Reaches for that and pops it up. Right fielder off his glove, didn't make the play. 2 runs are going to score at the second error. The inning gets extended. Again. Right fielder went over, had it, bounced off his glove. 2-run score on the play. And all of a sudden, it's 5-5. Chop to third. They make the play at first for the third out on Whitcomb. But Tech, Neshoba, very generous gifts. Little Easter Sunday baskets handed out by Neshoba. They made 2 big errors with 2 outs. Tech takes advantage. They score 3 runs. And when we started this game, we were dead even. We played 3 innings here at Frazier Field, and we're again dead even. Tech 5, Neshoba 5 at the end of 3. 9-1-2 for Neshoba. Chased that pitch. It was way outside. Osgood struck out swinging his first trip. Down the way it goes to the backstop. Osgood, the left fielder, followed by Swanson, the leadoff hitter, center fielder, and Bedard, the shortstop. 9-1-2. On the inside corner for a strike. So Tech has battled back to tie it. Thanks to 2 major errors. Both of them came with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Swanson has walked and scored, grounded to third. Actually, it was a line shot to third that Giordano made a great stop on and threw him out. That pitch drops in for a strike. So Kenny Moore on the mound finds himself back in the game with the score tied. Hit straight up in the air behind home plate. Off the catcher's glove. It's always tough behind the plate. The ball kind of, you're chasing it back, and it kind of blows back on you towards home plate. A little check swing. That pitch was way inside, and he gave a little half swing and tapped it foul past first base. Solid shot to left field. Long run for the left fielder. Not going to get there. Swanson got out in front of it just enough to pull it foul. Pop foul back. I thought that was coming into the press box. Everybody bailing out. Hit foul again up in the seats. We were always protected back here. You could never hit a ball into the press box here because of the backstop, but now the backstop got blown into oblivion. It's hanging down all over the place, as well as the concrete up above falling down. Popped up. Second baseman tried to take it away. Tejada tried to take it away from Moore, but Jared Moore made the play, the first baseman. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. Bedard, the shortstop, has made a couple of nice plays at shortstop. He struck out and singled. Hits it in the air to left center field. Long run, not going to get there. It's going to be another extra base hit for Neshoba. So the 2-out double was the go-ahead run at second for Neshoba here in the top of the fourth. They got 3 doubles in the last 2 innings. Actually, an inning and 2/3. Hit on the ground to short. Nice play by the shortstop. Diaz had to go way to his left. Good strong throw over to Moore. So the double goes by the boards. The out goes 6-3 for the third out. And Tech, for the first time in the game, has a chance to take the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. And they'll have the top of the order trying to do it. Jared Moore, Jordani Diaz, Evan Foen. The three hitters in the bottom of the fourth as we're halfway through the ball game. Neshoba got those 4 big runs in the first inning. Tech chipped away. They got 2 in the second. After Neshoba got 1 back to make it 5-2. Neshoba was very generous. 2 big errors with 2 outs. Tech scored 3 to tie it, and that's where we are as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. And Fraser will start his 4th inning of work. One of those 3 in the third inning was earned, so 3 of the 5 are earned for Tech. The other 2 obviously unearned with 2 errors coming with 2 outs. Jared Moore bounced to second and bounced to second again. Reached in the fielder's choice. Just beat what would have been a double play in the inning, and it knocked in the second run. So he's 0 for 2, but he's got an RBI. As the sun pops out again. Almost seems like they turn the lights on every once in a while here at Fraser Field. It gets dark and overcast, and then it gets bright again. Tapped in the right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So let's see how long Moore stays at first base. Not very long. He takes off. Head first dive slowed him down. The play was a lot closer. It looked like he was going to get in the second easily, and he kind of almost came to a screeching halt with the head first dive and made the play a lot closer. But he's in with a stolen base, and Tech has the go-ahead run at second. Diaz, the shortstop, has doubled and popped to the pitcher. His double in the first inning. He stole third and got stranded there. High for a ball. In for a strike. Just by the second baseman. If he was playing a normal second base, he would have made that play. They throw the ball home, and Diaz scoots to second. He went over to cover second, trying to keep the runner close, and when he left, he would have been standing right in the spot that Diaz hit it. Diaz gets his second hit. Moore hustles around and scores, and Tech has got their first lead. This might be their first lead of the year. That's a bizarre play. Diaz was off the bag. He was hanging around. I think Richie Germano at third said, balk, balk. And Diaz stopped like he thought he was going to get a balk and go to third. And then Frazier didn't throw it right away. And Diaz is able to get back to second base. They made that exciting. Popped up. It's going to bounce in front of the right fielder. Second baseman going back. I think the right fielder thought maybe he was going to get it, but the right fielder should have made the play. He was coming to the ball. Foone's got his second hit. Diaz couldn't run because he didn't know if the ball was going to be caught or not. Garcia's been up twice, struck out swinging, and was called out on strikes. Again, Frazier trying to keep the runner close at second base. Missing inside for a ball. Wide for a ball. So Frazier could be suing for non-support here. His outfield has hurt him badly. Swing and a miss. Low for a ball. And that's ball 4. Well, Tech looking for an inning. They got the bases loaded and nobody out. And the pitcher, Kenny Moore, can help himself. Grounded out, shot to first, flied out to the center fielder. Pops it up. Infield fly, automatic out. They don't catch the ball. They're going to tag the runner for a double play, and the runner's going to score. And now the runner's going to go to second. I think we throw the tent over this carnival. The hitter is out on the pop-up to the shortstop for the out. The runner at second was off the bag. He got tagged out for the second out. And on the pop-up, the infield fly, Moore gets an RBI. They had no clue catching that ball. Hit in the air. It was automatic out because the bases are loaded with less than 2 outs. And the shortstop overran it. It bounced behind him. When he caught it, the runner at second thought he had a run. He got tagged out. And the runner from third came in to score. So 2 bizarre runs for Tech in this inning. 1 anyway. That goes to the backstop. Off the catcher's glove, the pass ball. Moves the runner to third. Popped up. That could have been playable, but the catcher didn't realize where the ball was. It was right behind him. His teammates didn't give him too much help, letting him know where the ball was either. Giordano has singled twice and scored twice. And we mentioned he made that very nice play at third base. Pops it up again. It's going again, late catcher. By the time he realized where it was too late to go get it. It was playable. Well, Giordano's got two good breaks. Swing and a miss. Strikeout ends the inning. But they get a legitimate run with the RBI. Single stolen base and RBI by Diaz. But then they get that bizarre run with the infield fly being called, the runner being tagged out when the ball was not played. And then the runner from third wound up scoring, and Kenny Moore got an RBI. So Tech gets two. One of them, they've been very charitable in the show, but they've given him 3 of the 7 they have. Tech gets the 2 to break the tie. And Kenny Moore will take the mound for the first time in the 5th inning, leading. It's Tech 7, Neshoba 5 at the end of 4. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Second pitch is popped up into fair territory. Going back in the outfield grass, that's a nice play by the first baseman Moore. Over the shoulder, not an easy play. So Gauthier, the catcher, pops up for the first out. Fitzgerald, the catcher, struck out but reached when the ball went to the backstop and scored. Last time up, he got a double and knocked in a run. So anything hit up in the air by Tech is an adventure. Whether it's the outfield or the infield. A couple of those pop-ups behind home plate were very playable, but catcher never got close. Shortstop didn't get within 3 feet of the pop-up directly to the shortstop. It turned into a double play. And that's why a long time ago I stopped saying I've seen it all. Because every time I do, something very bizarre happens. And that certainly was bizarre. Kenny Moore ended up getting an RBI on an infield pop-up. Hit in the air. Off the shortstop's glove. It looked like he couldn't find it. Diaz was looking for it, and it came right down his glove, and he dropped it. So Fitzgerald is on for the 3rd time. He has struck out and reached, doubled and reached, and now an error and reached. He hit the trifecta. Swing and a miss. Archer singled in a run in the first, struck out swinging the last time. Hit into right center field for a base hit. In the gap. That's going to score a run. All the way to the fence. They're going to go for 3. The throw coming in. It winds up a triple for Archer. So that error was costly. As Neshoba gets back within a run, and they have a runner at third with one out. Burke, the second baseman, singled in two. And tapped one to the mound, and Moore made the tag on him himself, the unassisted putout by the pitcher. Slices it the other way, it's going to go foul. That was a seeing eye hit just past the second baseman. Tejada into right center field. It rolled all the way to the scoreboard. And Archer, the third baseman, huffing and puffing, and into third base with a triple. Hit right up the middle. Another nice play by Diaz. He went way behind the bag. And it's unusual because Burke is left-handed. He got a jump. But he didn't get much of a jump because Diaz threw him out. He'll get an RBI, and the game is tied. Very nice play by Diaz. Second time he's gone behind the bag and made the good, strong throw over to Jared Moore. The run scored on the play. That's going to be a base hit into center field. The other Frazier, the right fielder, had struck out and popped to the second baseman. Now he's got a base hit. And Shockley is going to pinch hit for the left fielder, Osgood. Foul tip off the catcher's glove. The runner takes off, way up and in. He swung right through it. That was almost like a self-defense swing. I thought hit him. It was way inside. He had to back off to swing at that one, way up inside. Off the catcher's glove, the wild pitch will move the go-ahead run to third with 2 outs here in the 5th. On the inside corner, strike 3. So Moore keeps his streak intact. He's got at least 1 strikeout in every inning, but a big error to start the inning. The triple. And then a ground out to short. Neshoba puts 2 on the board with 2 base hits. And we're right back again where we started, dead even. No lead is safe here. Frazier will start his 5th inning of work, and it will be the bottom 3, 7, 8, and 9 for Tech in the bottom of the 5th inning. So back and forth we go. Neshoba led 4-0. Tech cut it to 4-2. Neshoba pushed it to 5-2. Tech tied it up. Tech got their first lead in the bottom of the fourth, getting 2. And now the Neshoba comes back with 2 in the top of the fifth. And both teams have helped each other out. Neshoba a little bit more than Tech. Chris Tejada, the second baseman, singled. He struck out the last time. The ball went to the turf. Catcher thought he tagged him. Umpire said no. They threw the ball to first base. They drew the first baseman off the bag for the error in the inning. That was with 2 outs, extended the inning. And then a fly ball was dropped in right field, and Tech wound up scoring 3 runs in the inning. Chop to first base. Nobody covering the bag. It's going to be an infield hit. Second baseman didn't get there. Pitcher didn't get there. First baseman was looking at somebody to flip it to. Tejada winds up at first, and he's probably going to wind up at second. Tatarini walked, and it was his fly ball to right field. It was dropped. That brought 2 of the 3 runs in the third inning. They almost picked him off. He was going, no question, he was going to second base. And he just barely stopped and dove back and beat the throw over. Frazier guessed right. But Tejada was just able to get back. Now he takes off and the ball's fouled at home plate. Off the foot of Taratini. Or Tatarini, I should say. They throw over again, diving back again is Tejada. The runner goes in with a stolen base. So the go-ahead run at second with nobody out here in the fifth. Tap to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. The runner at second had to wait to see if it would be caught, so he only gets to third. Just a little tap. So first and third for Nathan Whitcomb, who singled and grounded a third. Neshoba will bring the infield in. That makes it ice cream to steal second base. Pop straight up in the air. It's going to drop, and there's nobody covering second base. Everybody surrounded it. Nobody got it. Nobody covered second, and it's a line drive in the box score. I gotta say, this is the most bizarre baseball game I have ever seen. This game has set baseball back about 300 years. That was straight up in the air to the mound, and nobody touched it. Jared Moore is grounded out. Hit into a fielder's choice, getting an RBI, singled and scored. Three straight out of the strike zone. 3 hits in the inning. One was a ground ball. The first baseman went off the bag to get it. Nobody covered, helped him out. It wound up a base hit. And then a pop-up to the shortstop or pop-up to the mound. Second baseman, shortstop, pitcher, all surrounding it. Nobody touched it for a base hit. And now Jared Moore draws a walk and gets his second RBI. As once again, Tech takes the lead. And the bases are still loaded with Jordani Diaz, who doubled, popped to the pitcher, singled in a run and scored. So he's 2 for 3, knocked in a run and scored a run. And he's got a chance for more here with 3 on and nobody out. So a couple of pop-ups within 5 feet of the catcher, who wasn't close to making a play. A infield pop-up to the shortstop that he overran and turned into a double play. And now a pop-up to the mound. And again, it's not like they're not even dropping it. They're not even touching it. Fishing for a ball. So you can't call it an error. You have to give him a hit because nobody's touching the ball. I mean, plays that obviously it should be made. In for a strike. Hit the shot. They make the play. They bounced it. They almost threw it away. Fitzgerald made a nice play at the plate. Evan Fuen struck out, shingled and scored, and singled. Down and in for a ball. I mentioned 3 straight hits. 2 of them did not leave the infield. Pop straight up, long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play. And they beat the throw home. Well, Fuen gets the sacrifice fly. So once again, Tech gets 2 to break the tie. Garcia, the right fielder, struck out twice, once swinging, one called. Last time up, he walked. Hit to center field. Swanson will make his second play in the inning. And that should be 3 outs. Everybody running back to their bases. So after a bizarre bottom of the 5th, Tech reclaims the lead. Neshoba being very generous again. And it's now 9-7. Tech over Neshoba at the end of 5. Top of the order for Neshoba as they try to come back yet again. Once again, Kenny Moore takes the mound with a lead. As Tech got 2. Pitch way inside, and he chopped it foul past third base. Swanson's walked and scored, ground to third, and popped to the first baseman. Moore making a nice play going out on the edge of the outfield grass. Over his shoulder. Way up and in for a ball. Way up and in again. Again, he almost had to back up toward the Tech dugout to get a piece of that. He fouled it right to the Tech dugout. That was way inside. So it's 2-2. Line shot to left field is going to drop for a base hit. Swanson's got his first hit. He's on for the second time. Bedard, the shortstop, is struck out, singled, and doubled. And we're going out to the mound. That might be it for Kenny Moore. Edward Cuevas is going to be the new pitcher.
No, Johan Ortega.
That's Johan.
Oh, I thought it was 11.
No, it's 8. He just came in.
The reason I didn't say Ortega is because they didn't have Ortega on the roster they gave me.
He just came in. He's like, he's late.
Moore is going to right field. Joan Ortega will be the new pitcher. He'll bat in Garcia's spot. Benji Johns threw me a curve. He didn't put his name on the lineup card. So Ortega will be the new pitcher. He comes on trying to save it for Kenny Moore. He'll face Bedard, the shortstop. And Bedard in the batter's box represents the tying run here in the top of the sixth. Tech leading by 2. Bedard struck out, singled, and doubled. He'll face Ortega. Hit the shortstop. Bobble, can't make a play. Diaz has made a couple of great plays. I think he tried to throw that ball to second base before he had it to get the force. And it winds up first and second with nobody out. Frazier, the pitcher, can help himself. He singled in a run and scored in the first. Struck out, grounded out. Low for a ball. In for a strike. The runner takes off for third. He's in with a stolen base. Strike 3 call. Good pitch by Ortega. Gauthier, the catcher, bounced to first, doubled and scored. popped to first. The runner takes off. They throw the ball down to third. So the tying runs are in scoring position. Down and away for a ball. Missing down and away. Way inside, off the catcher's glove. That's going to score a run and move the tying run to third. And they throw the ball away. Good heads up by Tejada, backing up the pitcher. The runner was going to try and score, and the catcher's throw went by the pitcher. That was a walk to Gauthier. But the pass ball scored the run. And the pass ball moved the runner over to third, so first and third. Fitzgerald has struck out and reached and scored, doubled in a run. Reached on an error and scored. The runner takes off for second base. So extra points have been big in this game. Swing and a miss. Down and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Down and in for a ball. Big pitch coming up for both teams. The payoff pitch. Hits it into left field, slices it for a base hit. Went the other way and just touched it and dropped it beyond the third baseman, just 5 or 6 feet out in the outfield grass. Fitzgerald's on for the 4th time. He gets his second RBI. And all of a sudden, we're tied again. Way inside, so Moore is off the hook. Ortega is now the pitcher of record. Off the catcher's glove, not far enough. Hit foul. On the inside corner for a strike. Strike 3 call. I think he knew it too. So both outs have been called strikeouts. Burke, the second baseman, singled in 2. Bounced out, pitcher unassisted. Grounded out short to first, getting an RBI. So he's got 3 RBI in the game. He's got a chance for 1 or 2 more with second and third. Hit right. Looked like it was going up the middle. Ortega made the nice play. So Ortega handles all 3 outs. 2 strikeouts and an assist. But Neshoba comes back to tie it up. They get 2. A big error extended the inning. A pass ball got 1, a base hit got another. So Moore goes 5 innings. He gave up 8 runs. The first run of the inning was charged to him. He put the first runner on base. 7 of them were earned, 1 unearned run. 11 hits. Walk 1. He struck out 7. He's off the hook. Ortega is the pitcher of record. And Frazier, the pitcher, is off the hook because we got a new pitcher, the center fielder, Swanson. He'll start at the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will be 5, 6, and 7. Kenny Moore, who's now the right fielder, will lead it off. So back and forth we go, ebb and flow. This one looked like somebody might be taking control. Somebody pops back. Teams making errors to help each other out. Some bizarre plays that we've seen, that we've never seen before. Both pitchers, Moore the starter and Frazier the starter, could have given up a lot fewer runs if the defense did anything behind them, especially Neshoba. Kenny Moore was grounded out, flied out, and his was that bizarre infield fly rule. Popped it up, shortstop didn't come close to catching it, bounced over his head. He played it on a hop. Moore was automatically out. They tagged the runner off the second base bag, but the runner at third scored. And I forgot, you don't get an RBI on a double play, so Moore did not get an RBI because it was a double play. But the run did score. In for a strike. So both starting pitchers are off the hook, as we've had 3 field goals by both teams. Way wide, goes to the backstop. 2 on the count to Moore, who's now the right fielder. Hit in the right center field, gets by the center fielder. Moore hustling is going to get in with a stand-up double. Found the spot. And Tech has the go-ahead run at second base. And we might be going to get a pinch runner. Edward Cuevas will run. Giordano was singled and scored. Last time up, he struck out swinging. He's facing Swanson for the first time. And he got a base hit in the left center field. That's going to score the run. You don't have to crunch it. You just have to find a spot. Giordano's got his third hit. And he gives Tech the lead. He's been on base 3 times. He reached on that bizarre strikeout. And all 3 times he stole second base. And make it 4 for 4 as the ball winds up in center field. Had a single and scored. Struck out, reached on the error, scored, singled, scored. Inside and tight. So Moore started with a double. Cuevas running from scored on Giordano's single. He stole second. Now they hit the ball to second base. I don't know where the first baseman was going. Safe at first. The first baseman was off the bag. The ball was hit to the second baseman. The first baseman looked like he was going to try and go get the ball. If he did, who was covering first base? So the error on the first baseman, he got back. It didn't step on the bag. Tejada's on for the 4th time, and he's going to steal his 4th second base on the first pitch. Swing and a miss. So Nashoba has 3 field goals. Tech has a touchdown and an extra point in the field goal. Hit foul. Way over the head. Tatarini, he's walked, reached on an error, and singled. So he's been on base 3 times. Swing and a miss. First out was a swinging strikeout. It brings up Nathan Whitcomb. Singled, grounded a third, singled and scored. Top of the order, Jared Moore on deck. Pitching from the stretch with second and third. Pitch is high and tight for a ball. Nashoba brings the infield in. High and tight again, 2-0. Missing inside for ball 3. With the infield in, the runner at second is getting a lead almost to third base. On 4 pitches, Whitcomb draws a walk. So a double, a single, an error, a walk. Have loaded the bases with a run in to break the tie. Slices it foul off to the right side. Jared Moore grounded to second. Bounced into a fielder's choice, getting an RBI. Singled and scored. Walk with the bases loaded, getting an RBI. So he's been on base 3 times, scored a run, knocked in 2. Hit foul again, up in the seats. Forgot to let go of that one. He threw that one high. It started high, way inside, went way over the head. Moore had to step towards the plate to get out of the way of that one. That was way over his head, way inside. Chop, foul. Right back to the pitcher. They get one. They get two. The inning is over. They're running him back to third. They've already got 3 outs. The double play was the third out. So they got 4 outs in the inning. And it just gets more bizarre here as we keep going. Obviously, they're not paying attention to the game because the double play was the third out. So what looked like might be a very big inning for Tech, they wind up getting only 1. And as we move into what could be the final inning, Neshoba needs a run to stay alive. Tech leads it 10-9 over Neshoba at the end of 6. 8, 9, and 1. Pitch in for a strike. Frazier, the right fielder, is struck out, popped up, and singled. 3 pitches for strike 3. Ortega has come on. He gave up 1 run and was unearned. 1 hit. He walked a batter. That strikeout is his 3rd. And he is on the verge of getting Tech's first win of the season. He came in to pitch in relief of Moore with 1 on and nobody out in the 6th. Neshoba tied it, and then Tech got a run in the bottom of the 6th. Foul tip. This is Farrar pinch hitting for Shockley, who pinched hit for the right fielder Frazier. So Frazier's been hit for twice because he re-entered. So he's done for the day, even if they tie it up. Low for a ball. Top of the order, Swanson on deck. Pitching down the way for a ball. Swanson is now the pitcher of record. He's on the hook for the loss if Neshoba doesn't score here. Right dead center, and he took it. Four strikeouts for Ortega. The other out, he got the assist, so he's accounted for all 5 outs, so far. Swanson has walked and scored, grounded to third, popped to first, singled and scored. In for a strike. Foul to the backstop. Tech is 1 strike away from celebrating their first win of 2019. And we'll go to Joan Ortega. Hit foul out of play. Popped up, long run. Moore. Effort was there, just had too far to go to get it. One, two, the count. Taking this back and forth game, leading at 10-9. Chase the pitch up and away for strike 3. Ortega puts an exclamation point on a bizarre baseball game. As he strikes out the side, he winds up with 5 strikeouts. Gave up a run, a hit, walked a batter, came in relief and got the job done. He gets the win, and Tech will celebrate their first win of the season as they nipped Neshoba 10-9. Neshoba got 4 in the first inning. Tech came back in the second, getting 2. A double steal got them 1. An RBI ground out by Moore got the second. They got 3 in the third thanks to 2 big errors by Neshoba to make it 5-5. They took a lead. An RBI by Diaz and a pass ball. Got them 2 in the fourth to tie it. I'll give them a 2-run lead. Neshoba tied it in the 5th with an error, a triple by Archer, and then he scored on a hit by Frazier. It was 7-7. Tech got 2 in the bottom of the 5th. A walk with the bases loaded to Moore. A sacrifice fly by Fewin. Neshoba got 2 more in the 6th to tie it. A pass ball and an RBI hit by Fitzgerald. Tied it at 9. And then in the 7th, Kenny Moore led off with a double. Cuevas went in to run for him. Giordano got a base hit, knocking in the run. And that was it, 10-9. For Tech, Jared Moore had 2 RBI, was on base 3 times, scored a run. Jordani Diaz made a couple of real nice plays at shortstop. He had a double. An RBI single, scored a run. Evan Foran, the catcher, had 2 hits, scored a run, had a sacrifice fly for an RBI. Kenny Moore had that double. Cuevas running for him, scored a run. Dominic Giordano made a really very nice play at third base. He had 3 base hits, scored 2, knocked in the winning run. Chris Tejada at second base was on base 4 times, had 3 stolen bases, scored 2 runs. Ben Taratini was on base 3 times. And Nathan Whitcomb had 2 singles and a walk and scored a run. So everybody getting involved. We had a bizarre baseball game with plays that we haven't seen ever in our lifetime. And both teams tried to give it away. But it was Neshoba giving it away at the end. And Tech will get their first win of the season. They win it 10-9. Ortega comes in, does a nice job relief, gets the win. Tech finally gets on the board in 2019. They beat Neshoba 10-9. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.